This is literally what I look like and how I dress every day. You want to clap?
Yep.
At this point, the dolls are the dolls. That's a Drag Race thing. God forbid I give you anything gay culture, you're like, never heard of it. In fact, I hate gay people. At this point, the dolls are the dolls.
Where do you even find this information? That's what I'm confused about. I'm like, okay.
Mostly Twitter, honestly.
Whatever, like, that's fine. Do your thing and be yourself, but where is everyone getting all this common knowledge?
Well, for starters, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, and I've watched it periodically, but do you have to, like, watch every single episode to stay relevant?
No, you know where I get it from? I watch religiously. I watch Trixie and Katya's Bald and the Beautiful podcast. Shout out to that. Please sponsor us.
We'll tag you.
Also, I don't know. I watch all the compilations of drag queens saying funny stuff on YouTube. Just because I think they're hilarious.
Do you know what I've realized
Tell me.
I've been putting out our TikToks on our collective TikTok?
Go on.
That it has slowly morphed into our algorithm baby.
No, it has not.
Yes, it has.
No, it has not. For reference for everyone, we have, like, personal TikToks, and then we have the joint All Right Cute account, which we both have access to. And sometimes mostly she posts, sometimes I post, like if she's got stuff going on. And I have not looked at the For You page, and I've wanted to.
Well,
so I imagine it being like Vine Boom fart sound on my side, and then on your side it's like wedding dress trends and like babies being funny and dogs.
No, it's literally babies being funny. People who are so podunk that they're out of touch with culture and they like are interacting with things that like don't know what's going on. Things like that. Random people singing that think that they're amazing but that are not. I don't know why people I get the cringe content. I love the cringe content.
Well, let's revisit episode 1 to ask why you get the cringe content.
Yep. If you very so much remember, that is
and watch it now because we're gonna take it down soon.
Yeah.
God, we hate that one.
Yeah, it was
so
not the best, but
our lighting,
we're better now.
I went back. I texted Abby this yesterday. I went back and rewatched all of our reels on Instagram, like in order of like most recent to like oldest, and I was like, we're so funny. Not our podcast being so good. How's your week? You're having a good one.
I am having a good week.
I am too.
It is busy. It's go, go, go. I'm flying out to well, by the time this comes out, it'll already be done. So I'm flying out to LA this week for the premiere. Did I tell you that? I'm flying out for the premiere.
Yeah, Sunday through Wednesday.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunday through Wednesday.
Update everyone, she's in a show.
Surprise,
surprise.
So I get to go do that, red carpet stuff, you know.
And I'll be in my room playing Fortnite.
She'll get to hear all about it later.
Oh, I love the tea, y'all. And I hear it before y'all because I'm better than all of you.
The true inside scoop, because, you know, I probably won't say what probably actually real. Like, I mean, I'll tell you what happened, but, like, there's some things you just...
Girl,
tight lip. You just
shut up. The dolls are the dolls, and that's all there is to it.
Can you elaborate on what that means?
Yeah, so...
The dolls are the dolls. Can I guess? Use it in a sentence and I'm going to guess
here's the thing.
First.
You know my humor, and there is nothing to be said. Like, most of my jokes make no sense. That's the kind of humor I'm drawn to. I gotta say, that bit about naming a dog Morgan, that was funny.
Dude, no. Your jokes do make sense.
Okay, thank you.
They're very smart.
Thank you. Well, I also have that space in me where my humor is like just broken and stupid entirely.
Yeah.
So
that's a form in of itself. It's not broken.
This is direct from Trixie and Katya's podcast, The Bald and the Beautiful. Trixie is talking about how she saw this iconic drag queen, Gia Gunn, and Gia is just known for delivering.
The sniff you just did after that. Anyways, go ahead.
Gia just like says stuff, but because she's like a drag queen and iconic, it's just iconic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you just buy in that it's iconic. So apparently they're having a conversation at some event, and I don't even remember the context, but all I know is that Gia Gunn looks at Trixie and says, "At this point, girl, the dolls are the dolls." And Trixie was like, what does that even mean? So that's kind of the whole joke.
So I'm in on the joke, actually.
Yeah. Can you imagine how hard I would laugh, though, if, like, we were at dinner with people and she, out of the blue, just goes, "At this point, Morgan, the dolls are the dolls." I would lose my mind.
Or just, like, me, literally, if we ever we're just like on the set of RuPaul's Drag Race and there's just lingo being thrown around and I'm just clinging to you for dear life like, Morgan, what is going on?
They pan to you. They're like, what do you think? And you're like, at this point, the dolls are the dolls.
I'm like, there are all these phrases and code words. I don't know what's happening. And like, I need a map and I need a.
I think
what did that mean? Tell me what that translate for me so that I can actually not only respond correctly, but also to know what the game plan is. Because I feel like a lot of it's some of it's planning too, you know?
I think if the best thing you could do if you today were to go to RuPaul's Drag Race, it would be to buy into the fact that you're not even a part of the culture. Just be
I'm definitely not.
Girl,
I'm
just
definitely
here.
not.
Yeah,
I love the
so
fashion
funny.
and I love the makeup.
Yeah.
That part I do feel like I am
so
in touch
fun.
with. But when it comes to the lingo, sometimes, I mean, obviously, I can, you know, I'm from the South. Idioms are a thing.
She can hang, yeah.
I know context. I can use context clues. Like, I throw out an idiom every now and again, but sometimes it pertains too specifically to the culture of the group to the point where I'm like, there was a meeting and I was not invited and everyone's on the same page and I need to be filled in.
I think that's just kind of how gay people want not gay people to feel, though, is because, like, we've been marginalized for so long that now we're like, let's create a whole culture and leave straight people out. I think that's only a small part of it, but I think that's a funny part of it.
That is an interesting perspective.
Also, we forgot to tell you about Mothman.
Okay,
Mothman and the Babadook, and there's a couple.
Babadook is
the
one as
Babadook.
well?
The Babadook is a homosexual
Because he was
man.
in the closet.
You literally
Was he not?
don't even know how iconic you are. No, here's what happened.
I thought that was... Okay, sorry.
So, Netflix accidentally put the Babadook under LGBTQ films, the category, on Netflix.
Oh.
And someone noticed on Twitter and was like, hey, this is a thing. And you know how gay people commit to the bit.
Yeah.
You've met me. The gays collectively, without even talking...
I know how you commit to the bit. That's all I could speak for.
Without even talking to each other, the gay people just decided that they were going to commit to this, and they said, no, that wasn't...
That's just the funny group of the group.
Fair
the
enough.
funniest of the group decided we're not letting this go.
She's acknowledging me generalizing right now. Nah, girl, I'm generalizing all the gays.
No, that's fun. It's fun. Go.
So the gay people got together and they said, no, that was not a mistake. The Babadook is a homosexual man.
They're like, no, we claim him.
Yeah, no, he's
It's
ours.
basically it.
And so then it kind of expanded into like Mothman and like other famous Disney villains are gay, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Because truly what it represents is that queer people have always kind of been marginalized in a way that they maybe identify more with the villain in a narrative more so than like the protagonist.
There are always relatable aspects of people you can relate with.
They're kind of, well, I was going to use the word, I can't use that, but they're kind of
just jingle bells?
slay. They're kind of slay. So that's why Mothman and the Babadook are gay.
But wait, so Mothman was just ended up being thrown into the mix. He wasn't labeled as LGBTQ on Netflix?
Not really. I think we just kind of threw him in there because I like Mothman because Mothman's just a little bit absurd. It's a lot absurd.
I don't even think I know about. Like, I've never seen Mothman ever.
Birthplace of Mothman, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. There were TNT bunkers. He supposedly fell into like a radiation thing and became a moth.
The fact that you know extensively
I know everything about Mothman. The first time he was spotted was in 1967. Several teenagers were like going to like Makeout Alley in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
As they do.
And he landed on their car and they were like, girl.
It was a moth, but it was a man.
Full-size man, also a moth though. Yeah, one thing about that, you hate to see it.
What are you seeing is what I'm thinking. Land on your car. Moths are naked.
There's a statue.
Is the man?
There's a statue in Point Pleasant, West Virginia of Mothman, and I've been to it. Do you want to see it? I'll show you.
Wait, you took the tour. That's why you know all the 411.
I also just, I like cryptids.
That's true. You are doing your whole entire...
I'm writing an entire
book about it.
Right. Yeah.
I think maybe it was you showing me.
This is a photo of Mothman. Specifically me with Mothman. Okay, she's zooming in on me and not on Mothman.
You
talk about getting to know Morgan this episode.
You look like a sorority girl.
I ultimately was. We have a live studio audience today. Yeah, I know.
And you were like the it girl.
I mean,
of the sorority girls. Like, look at how, okay, there is an art to the way to do a bun that, or not a bun, a ponytail that like perfectly has hair that's swooped underneath. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the lazy girl, but like It's like the lazy girl, but like
it's crazy. This is crazy.
You have an oversized shirt on and shorts that are not visible.
Nike Tempos.
And color coordinated.
Color coordinated shoes. That's the most important part.
Wow.
Yeah. Those Adidas shoes owned me. Hi to everyone who knew me in high school.
When did you were in high school in this?
That was summer after my senior year of high school.
So you were 19.
I was 18.
18 still.
17 turning 18. I'm 17 in that
18.
photo.
Wow, Mothman is terrifying. I don't like that he has holes in his wings, and I don't like that he has chicken feet. But aside from that, he also has abs that are like chrome and these little hair things on. I don't like that.
Hey, they made, unfortunately, the statue maker made Mothman a daddy, and that's really all there is to it.
To each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
You seemed really into him.
I'm kissing on that guy.
You said, I am writing a book about this whole experience.
Imagine how shocked he would be to see me today.
I know. You're like, you changed me.
Yeah. That was my last guy.
It was the kiss of the Mothman.
That made
the
me
gay
mad.
Icon.
Oh my God, he
turned you gay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No,
that's how it happens.
He just allowed you to, moths cocoon. He just started your metamorphosis. That's all he did.
That's exactly what he did.
He just busted open your cocoon.
Moths?
Wait, when did you start dressing? Not dressing, but you know what I mean? No, not like that. Your outfits. When did you start dressing more masculine? Because that does not this gives very much like, I would never wear a pantsuit. That's what that's giving.
I came out to my extended family October of my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
And then I cut my hair that following December.
Do you feel like your visual parallels your sexual?
I feel
in
like
your brain, like for you.
That's a loaded question. Yes, it does. I think I always wanted to dress and look the way I do. Also, this is perfectly on topic because I was gonna also bring up today about how there are like I've been meeting a lot of friends lately who like girls who like girls, right? Women who like women. Have you seen that acronym?
No.
WLW.
Everyone just wants some term. Go ahead. You're good.
Anyway,
I'm not a lesbian. I'm a woman who likes some women.
I'm a Woola.
There's already a term. Go ahead. Whatever.
Anyway, and I realized that they're very like girl in red, Claro, like they're the type of girls who are
stand out.
They're like girls who hang out with fellow lesbians, and I am a lesbian who hangs out with what? No, I'm talking about gay women, and I'm a gay woman who hangs out with gay men. So I'm very like the dolls are the dolls, and the friends I'm meeting are very like U-Haul, and we need a golden doodle, and I'm like, this is annoying. This is why I hang out with gay men.
No, okay. So let me retranslate in my understanding.
Yes.
So. These are women that are lesbians themselves, but really kind of only surround themselves with other lesbians.
Yeah.
Versus you are a lesbian, but you hang out with kind of just anybody. And it's not like restricted to that, or it's like you mainly hang out with gay men.
That's a good question. I don't really know the answer to that. And I also think that some of the girls who hang out with, like, who are lesbians, who hang out with only with lesbians, they're probably going to have some of, like, the dolls in them as well. But maybe not as much as I would.
I feel like you're slowly creating a definition for the dolls and the dolls. Yeah.
What do you think is the most popular Jewish holiday?
I think.
How much do you know about Jewish holidays?
Well, first of all, I love learning more about Jewish holidays because Jesus was a Jew, and I think that it's weird I think it's weird that Christians don't celebrate more Jewish holidays.
I agree,
and that we try to like create our own. Like I get we have different we hold different expectations on like certain time points and periods of things that the Jews still acknowledge, like Jesus' existence, but we take that more seriously. So, like, obviously, we're going to celebrate his birthday. Obviously, we're going to celebrate, Easter, stuff like that. So, anywho, I think the biggest holidays that I know about are Hanukkah and
just
the
list a few you know about.
I don't know Hebrew.
That's okay.
It's like the Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
Yep.
Nice. So those are the two main ones you can.
That's really the only ones that or Passover.
Passover.
That one's big.
Passover's my favorite.
Yeah.
I bring this up because I think a lot of people in America, especially maybe like Christian people, have the perspective that
this segment is called The Jew and the Gentile.
The Jew and the Gentile. We're back. I feel like people have this idea that Hanukkah's a major Jewish holiday.
I totally
Number one,
thought that.
No, it's not. It's not even in our top 40. Here's the thing about Jewish holidays.
Are a lot.
First of all, we kill y'all. There's so many holidays.
I know.
There's so many.
It's just appreciation for your heritage.
Yeah, we do a lot, and we also just
remembering big events. There are so many huge moments in Jewish history.
Hey, one thing about us, we go way back. We go way back.
You go the wayest back.
All the way.
All the way.
Yeah, we are the original OGs, if you will.
Okay.
No, so the thing about Jewish holidays, and my rabbi explained this to me, was every Jewish holiday is built because it's like they tried to kill us, they failed, let's eat.
Yep. That was how they celebrated everything. Everything was a feast.
Oh yeah.
When it was a success, and I relate.
Oh yeah.
I feel that.
I'm telling you, one thing about Jews is we're gonna have some
you're gonna
food.
feast, and it's gonna be 7 days.
It's gonna be a long time.
It's not gonna be one time.
Yeah.
There are so many like ancient Jewish customs that are so cute that I wish everyone did.
We are cute, aren't we?
Yeah.
Go on.
For example, I love the idea that when obviously back in the day, for everyone, I think it was very like arranged marriage vibes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But apart from that.
Which I fully agree with.
The idea that, and it was to align families and to like make things like, I get back in the day, there was nothing much to barter with. So like, it comes down to how many workers you have and how many sheep you have. Like, I get that.
Period.
So when it comes to like, hey, I really think I want to marry your daughter. You go to her dad, respectful. Go to her dad, ask for her. You bring her forward, and basically she drinks a cup to say that, like, she drinks wine to basically acknowledge, like, okay, we're good, we can do it. They'll both like share a drink together, and then the man leaves her home. She's still home. She doesn't go anywhere.
As they should.
He builds a whole entire house for her.
I have heard of this. Yeah.
And then when the house is finished and ready, they move in. And that's it.
Love it.
It's so cute. And
you're like, God, I wish that were me.
And it also it like keeps consistently paralleling. And from my perspective, from a Christian standpoint, that's why they called the church Jesus's bride, is because when he had the Last Supper with his disciples, he shared bread with them, drank wine with them, told them to drink in remembrance of him. He leaves them, goes and dies for 3 days.
Right, as one does.
But then he comes back.
Right.
And it is all in correlation with the idea of what you do when you are marrying a woman.
Oh, interesting.
It's just like there's so many things that are so embedded into Christianity that are in direct correlation with the Jewish customs.
We're adding that lore to the Judeo-Christian cinematic universe. Love that.
Adding that lore.
Love that.
It's already there.
Love that.
But regardless. Yeah, no, I just think like there's so many little cute little things like that that are just so cute. Obviously, I don't think that like animal sacrifice is cute, but
yeah,
I understand the concept because it's needed for, intense non-human things.
Period. Well, Passover's my favorite.
Yeah.
Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, I'd probably say are
What's Yom Kippur?
Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement. Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish New Year.
Yes.
Hey, editing Morgan,
fuzz.
Fact check that. I have a lot.
No, it fell off.
I have a lot of fuzzes, girl.
Okay.
Hanukkah, yeah. Hanukkah's one of our only miracles, though, because Hanukkah is like someone left a candle going and it kept going for days, and they're like, no way, dude. But it falls around Christmas.
It was needed light.
And it falls around Kwanzaa, and Christmas is such a major American holiday, not just in terms of religious significance, but capitalism.
Right.
And so we just wanted in on that present stuff. Hanukkah never really had presents. We just copied y'all.
Oh. Yeah. But y'all still celebrate it.
Also,
it's just kind of a more we do. And we have Advent that I feel like is not necessarily done by everybody and not like a big deal. Right. But we found ways to capitalize on, advent calendars. People can now go out and buy advent calendars.
Advent calendar.
You know what I'm saying? It's all like under the umbrella of anything that I feel like any corporation or government, like company, LLC approved, can figure out a way to make more money.
Period.
And if they are, they know the ways of the religious, they're let's make this happen for everyone and use it and find a way to branch it out. This was a good idea. Let's remarket it.
Agreed. And but also to set the record straight, we do not get 8 nights of presents. We have...
I totally thought that.
Bro, we have the same number of parents that
Arthur's episode of Hanukkah really had me twisted, and that was my information. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Not DC. Not his sister, but his friend is Jewish, and she has Hanukkah, and Arthur gets jealous.
Yeah.
That she gets 12 days of or whatever, 8 days.
I would get, growing up as a child, I'd get maybe one of those $5 store-bought Lego set things on day one, and then the rest of the nights they're like, you're gonna wait till Christmas. We're a multi what's the word for multi-religions in one household? Multi.
I mean, it's just kind of
My mom's Jewish and my dad's Catholic. That's the point I'm making. Up until I committed to Judaism when I was 12 years old. That's it. Up until I committed to Judaism when I was 12 years old, my parents called me a cashew. Catholic Jew. Y'all should see the way I've silenced the set here today.
Wait, do you...
No, I don't still identify as a nut. Thank you, though. That's not true.
But specifically a cashew.
Yeah. Cashew. My mom is so proud of that joke.
That's so clever.
Hey, shout out to my mommy who thought of that, because she's going to see this clip of the podcast and she's going to be so proud of herself right now that her original joke just silenced the whole set.
I think that your upbringing is probably how exactly I wanted to...
Really?
Or how maybe I wish for my future to be
I had a
executed.
great...
Because you're educated on all the Jewish holidays.
Yep.
You understand, but then even through your mom's Catholic.
My mom's Jewish, my dad's Catholic.
Okay, your dad, but then also from your dad's perspective and understanding, he can implement those Christian implements that are basically, it's all in the same storyline. We try to separate them so hard, and there is a major separation when it comes to the end all be all of what they're formats are. Not the format, because the format's the exact same. It's basically the whether or not the Messiah is there or not. That's the only that's the only difference. And Christianity has forgotten so much of their literal origins.
And Jews have consistently never acknowledged the sequel that y'all wrote.
Right.
It's fair.
Right. Well, but
we're doing dirty by each other.
There are Messianic Jews who do believe that.
That's true.
But then Messianic Jews, which I feel like would be what kind of your household would be, is that
makes sense, yeah.
Is that you still are a Jew and you celebrate all the customs and you do all that, but under the guise that the Messiah has been revealed and that it is Jesus.
Well, I gotta say, I do want to clear that up, because my dad was raised Catholic, went to Catholic school. My dad is no longer.
Fair.
I mean, he'll go to mass with his family and stuff. It's more of a.
And not all Christians do mass either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's more of a. I'm not going to say my dad's performative on my podcast. Either way, for all intents and purposes, I was raised in a fully Jewish household. Yeah. I think the reason why my knowledge of Christian culture comes in is because I'm Southern, and because it was such a minority thing and Jews also historically just believe that knowledge is power. So I like to learn, and I like to learn about Christianity as well. Dabbled in it briefly, thought it was a cool thing, but now it is what it is.
Yeah.
At this point,
you're still learning.
The dolls are the dolls.
Well, you're not done learning or uncovering or figuring out.
I'm done.
Okay, so this next segment was given. The idea was sparked by one of our listeners.
Shout out to her.
Elise, thank you for
beautiful name as well.
Giving us this inspiration. Shout out. We're going to play the best friend game. We have a live studio audience, singular. And so she is going to read us these questions.
I didn't know we had props.
Not the Mothman being your gay awakening.
It wasn't your actual gay awakening, I know, but it wasn't there.
Yeah. My actual gay awakening is much worse.
Because I think it would be.
Should I tell the story of who my gay awakening was? It's actually really quick. It's really embarrassing. Hey everybody, I'm coming out to y'all. Before all the stuff went down, okay, so don't come for me. Before all the stuff went down, my sexual awakening was Amber Heard, okay? And I realize that everyone in this room is shocked now, but why don't we just let it be, okay?
Just is what
What
it
if we
is.
just let a little lesbian be a little lesbian, okay? No, I'm not proud of that. That's just unfortunately something that I have to say now. Because it's very my brand. All right.
So the gist of the game, Brienne here is going to read us a question. Each question, each time, is going to be focused on one of us. We're going to back and forth. So when she asks the first question, it'll be, directed towards you. We will both answer every question. We have to
guess what the other says. Yeah.
Yeah. Our
Love
answers on our boards have to match for us to get a point.
Okay.
We get to 7 points.
7 points.
Holy number. Here we go.
Love it.
Let's keep it in the group of who we know because I don't think we even know each other's like extended friend groups yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Who would she push off a cliff?
I don't feel like this is a good question.
can we answer it? Can we write it down?
Could just show each other.
No, we'll just show each other. This is just a practice round. We're not going to show it, and we're going to see how well we agree.
This is like that TikTok.
Oh yeah, where it's like who do we hate?
Oh God.
Who's Flash?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I see. I don't know anything.
Oh, you're right.
Cool.
Okay,
Fun.
so now we know how the game works.
Yeah, we do.
I just really liked that one. I wanted to stir some.
Yeah.
I thought you meant between the two of us, who would we push? Like, would I sacrifice myself for her? Would I push her?
No.
And I'm like, the way that you started with the most intense question of all time.
Would I get completely naked right now for $1,000? Yes or no?
Okay, I've got my answer.
1,
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Girl, I'd sell out. I'd sell out
Yeah,
for a
she
sip
would.
of water.
Who is more likely to burn down the house, you or her?
Yours was so long.
1,
1, 2, 3. Me.
Abby. I added the heart at the end because I thought
felt
that
bad?
if I only did 4 letters, you'd be like, she's writing me.
Oh no, that's clever.
So I tried to-
I just wrote two letters, M-E.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because and it would be out of forgetfulness. It would be not intentional.
Yeah, I was about to say, if either of us were to burn the house down,
It would be I left a candle.
it would be like a negligence thing on her part. If I burn the house down, it's because I wanted to burn the
intentionally
house
burnt the house
down.
And that house wouldn't just be burnt, it would be like flat.
I would have dropped
There
a
would
nuke.
be no evidence.
The house is gone. Morgan got a hold of it.
How many days would I survive in the woods by myself?
I'm answering for me.
For you,
Yeah.
but we're both
Oh, okay,
answering.
okay.
She's guessing how many days she thinks you think you could
Cool.
survive.
Okay.
No, why did I write that so weird, girl? Girl. Think about me. You know that you know this. 1, 2, 3. I wrote 1.
I put 7.
She wrote 7. Girl, by the end of day 1, I'd be like, I'm cold. I want to
no,
take
but-
a shower.
Yeah, but if you're on like an island.
Oh, if I had to.
Where are you at? What'd she
The
say?
woods.
Oh, just kidding.
This sounds voluntary. And if I can just go
woods-
home at
but
any
like,
point,
if
I'm
you
not
had a
staying more than 12
creek-
hours.
If you had a creek or like you could bathe yourself, but also it'd be peaceful and you could walk around. You'd probably forage for food for a little bit, but then
Girl, I wanna
after
watch
7 days,
TikToks.
after 7 days, you'd be like probably like
doesn't say-
Okay.
spiraling.
Let's talk about if I misunderstood this question, right? Because do I
I probably
have to
misun-
survive?
It says how many days would you survive in the woods, so I'm guessing plane crash, you're in the woods, you're
Oh,
alone.
I thought it was
How
like
long
go
would
out in the
you last?
woods. How long would you last? I thought this
How
was
long would you
voluntary.
last? Worst case, involuntary.
I
Then
think
I'd say 7 is
'cause
right.
Probably
Yeah.
you'd
Because by then I'd run out of food.
yeah
I'd
you'd
be
run out
dead.
of
Yeah.
food. And you probably would like out yourself before you starved.
What do you mean?
Am
out
I
myself?
wrong? You know what I mean. You know what
Off
I mean?
yourself.
Yeah. Well,
She's already
you know,
Abby.
yes.
Oh,
but out
you're
of the
so
world.
Right. You're
out of
so
the
right.
world.
No, I would.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably by day 3, I'd be like, ooh.
That's what I
You're
thought
like
you
day
meant,
7
We're
without
getting
Mr. Bob
close. We're getting close. Yeah.
and Mr. Bob and
Uncle
with
Bob.
and low on food supply and you're starving and you're
Girl, the moment that I get, once my hair feels gross,
at least
it's
you get to
over.
meet like you can meet from some fun animals.
If a cute dog and an old person were drowning, which one would I save? I saved this one for you.
Love this question.
This one specifically for you.
Love this question. And it's got a 50-50 chance of me getting it right. I am so confident in this answer. It's not even, like, it's literally not even funny.
Okay,
all right, you ready? One, two, three. Do that logic where it's like they're gonna die anyway, they're almost dead.
No, I said they're puppies. Puppies know how to swim. Old people, they're old and frail, and they can talk. They can tell me how much pain they're in. I'm not about to sit and listen to that. And honestly, the puppy might be strong enough for long enough that I could get the old person out and then go get the puppy.
The way that we thought the logic, I fully thought the logic was going to be like so, and the actual logic that happened in her brain was so much deeper than what I imagined it would be.
My brain said
oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, well that was fun. Next question.
Okay.
No point. Close but no cigar, honey.
But I'd rather have no hands or no genitals.
Come on. Spoiler alert, one of the words is no. All right, 1, 2, 3. Girl, now why would I give up my hands for my genital? Are you joking?
Well, I don't know.
You think I care about it that much?
Well, like, how are you gonna like
I'm already not gonna breed. Oh, pee.
You don't have any of your genitals. That's literally how you function.
Okay, well the assumption
you can work with nubs.
I figured
people work with them all the time. They pick things up.
Here's the thing. I assumed that no genitals meant that the pee situation was already figured out.
Golly.
Like I wasn't like never once did I have the thought like, oh crap, I never get to pee again.
It all just comes out the same hole now.
You need your hands. I could go the rest of my life without ever peeing or having sex.
Sad without your hands. You'd be so sad without your hands.
This
Yes.
is for you.
Okay.
If I stubbed my toe, what would I yell?
we absolutely are getting a point for this. 3. Wow. Now I feel so connected to you. I love that.
Frick! I just realized I was just not even trying to hide my marker board from you.
Well, I was being a little sneaker pants.
Oh, there you go.
What physical attribute am I most attracted to?
Okay. Okay.
Whose question is this?
It's for me. We're not gonna get this right. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna go with.
Oh, hold on, I'm writing like backup answers. I know it's not real.
This is gonna be so out of character for both of us.
I know. Oh, wait.
So we've acknowledged that we did not win the question.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. We kind of got it right.
But that was my backup answer. My main answer is lips.
I'll take lips.
And smile.
I count lips. That's the mouth region.
Yeah.
Lips and smile. You literally nailed it.
And also
That's crazy.
Because Abby wrote the word cooch.
Imagine if I had
like,
written
that's
down.
Not right.
Imagine if I had written down on this the word cooch.
I was just like, it's a safe answer.
Imagine
You're gonna
if
like it.
what I was most attracted to was cooch.
It was just my safe answer. But I also remember having a conversation with you where you had discussed with me a pair of lips, and I said, "No, you're totally correct," and I acknowledged her.
You literally nailed that.
Everybody can acknowledge beauty in everybody, and she was just like, "Dude, mouth," and I said, "Dude."
Mouth.
You're right, mouth. Can we do that same question for me?
Absolutely, we can.
Yes.
Okay. The fact that I'm thinking so hard about it.
I think I'm gonna be right, and you're not gonna have thought of this, but maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Good grief. Nose eyes. I also, now that I think about it, hands too.
I knew she would say hands.
There's
one
a
thing
lot.
about me, I know my straight sisters in Christ. And
But you can still like acknowledge
I love
them.
men.
You can understand.
My toxic trait as a lesbian is that I find men so attractive, and I love that for myself.
No, literally, she tells me, she's like, Drew is so sexy.
I love
She
Drew.
literally is like,
Drew's
can you
so
tell
hot.
Drew he's
Drew's
so hot
Drew's
right now?
hot for like the conventional, he's got both conventional and unconventional
Yeah.
things about him that are attractive.
Yeah.
And one thing about me, if a man's looking hot, y'all gonna know.
No,
'cause
that's
I'ma
it.
tell
That's
y'all.
what it is. It's like, because obviously, I think this goes for every man. Not every man, right? Like at any given moment is like picture ready. You know what I'm saying?
That's
At
true.
all. Like
That's
girls are
Hey.
so much more photogenic typically off the bat than guys. Now, granted, there are pretty boys
Yeah.
that are that way.
Yeah.
But I think for just like everyone else, it's like if they put that energy in, they can present well and look really nice.
I agree completely.
On camera. But for any other time I ever see a picture of guys, or like some girls like, hey, look at this guy, or like a guy's like, hey, what do you think about this person for someone, whatever. It's always a horrible picture. I'm like, what the heck are y'all
Yeah.
doing? Like, do you know what I'm saying? He's better in person, and they usually are. They're better in person. It's like, dang, like you really just like did not have help to like take a flattering photo. And Drew, I think he takes flattering photos, but he just doesn't like to be behind the camera.
In front of the camera.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
He doesn't like to be in front of the camera, so he purposefully doesn't like have many photos.
Drew had his beard shaped up last time I was here and we were filming. I was like, Drew,
It made him look so crisp.
what are you doing?
I know.
King?
Yeah. And I love that about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good looking man. Same with Jacob and Abby. I tell Abby all the time, I'm like, your boyfriend is the only man.
Jacob's one of those boys that is a pretty boy that he just like won't. I don't think I could ever imagine his face from any sort of like position that would not come
He knows
across
how
as
attracted to
photogenic.
him I am, and he just copes with it. I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
When I think of Kim Kardashian, what's the first word that comes to my mind?
I think it's a word we can't write down. Am I wrong?
No, I don't know yet. I'm trying to. Oh, you know what I could have done in that moment is think of the first thing. When it comes to asking me my
Wait,
opinion,
your opinion.
the first word that comes to mind.
Oh, the first word that comes to
You
mind.
could do opinion, or if you want to be listening.
When it comes to asking my input on pretty girls, this is probably all I'm gonna have. 1, 2, 3.
Rich.
Yeah.
I wish I'd said rich. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah. When I think Kardashian, any of the Kardashian Jenners, I'm just like, yoy.
Well, the first word that came to mind when I thought
Kylie alone is on the Forbes list.
when you
know
said
what I'm saying?
Kim, I was like, oh, booty.
Right. Like shapely.
Shapely.
Shaped.
Shapely.
Well,
Shaped.
she does have
Shaped.
footwear.
And
She
she
does.
sells it.
Oh, I should have said Skims. Missed opportunity.
Get on their PR list.
No chance.
working on it.
No chance. Literally never. We would never make it that far. Even at our most famous.
We'd never
We
know.
text Kim Kardashian.
We'd
We said,
never
please. She's like, girl,
know.
get out of here.
Does
was-
Abby believe in aliens? Yes or no?
Easy. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. It's the unconventional way, though. I think I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
in aliens
yours
and
is
then
definitely different. But
it's in a different sense of what is it? Well, I think here's the there are two different categories of aliens for me, okay? The first category of aliens that I believe in are anything that is an alien is just not from this planet. I think that I think there can be alien creatures on other planets that aren't necessarily up to our intellectual level.
Like bacteria and
like
stuff.
But bacteria
creatures.
that are like little animals or like little, they have like ecosystems and stuff like that we don't even know about. Why would there not? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would there not be? But I also think some interactions that we believe that have happened that have been alien-esque can also pertain to some supernatural, demonic / angelic activity. And I think there's a weird crossover that people are confused about.
This makes my face really squishy the way it's pushing up my beard.
Here, show the camera.
What is the #1 perk of being my friend?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I said her honesty.
I like how very is added afterwards.
Yeah, it was an afterthought.
I am funny. Very.
I suppose that fits in with this.
It is your communication.
Yeah.
And
that's true. We are really.
You're really
you and
great
Mans
at that.
especially.
Yeah, and I think that like.
But I feel that's a testament to you too, though, because I feel most comfortable being honest with you than like anyone else I'm friends with, besides like my family. Yeah. Yeah. Also, you're missing a point. You can add one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that there are a lot of friends that I've had over the course of my existence that I feel like have withheld their personal opinions because they thought it would make me feel better, or they didn't come to me about things that concerned them or irked them or made them feel like maybe it was annoying or something. And they intentionally decided to not say anything. And
they let it fester.
Them doing that, it stayed inside of them. And then something that had completely nothing to do with what was going on, or maybe it was like such a small thing that happened, like just an inconvenience thing potentially too, that it made it blow up. And it's like, but it's a blind side from my end because I feel like I over communicate because I not only don't have the attention span to sit and to like recount everything, or the memory to sit and recount. I literally have short-term memory loss. Like I have to write everything down. If you don't write something down that you want me to know or remember, and you don't see me do it, it's not gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just think that like, if you're my friend and you know these things about me and you're still intentionally choosing not to communicate with me when you know that that's what I need, it is not only like a disservice to me as a friend to you, but also it's something that is kind of on you. And I think that you are really, really good at anytime anything is like, ooh, hey, I just need to like, I felt this kind of way a little bit and I just want to let you know how I'm feeling. Like, it could be something that I didn't even know I did. I don't care. I want to know because I care about you. And if there's something that I unintentionally did to make you feel bad or that hurt your feelings, like I want to know that so that I'm not only aware about it, but then also I can never do it again.
Abby's so good about that too, because I come to her like literally like last weekend and I was like, hey, this and this, and she literally the first word in her like in our conversation that she responded was like, I am so glad that you came to me.
Yes.
And like it's also a testament to you though, because it's like you and I operate very similarly in that we are assuming the best in each other at all times. You know what I mean? And we're like, the assumption is not that we're ever trying to make anything personal or we're ever trying to, or we can't work through something. Right. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think we have like a really good working relationship in that regard. And both Abby and I are very much the type where we're like, if we did something wrong, especially if we make you feel the type of way, we're going to be like, I literally had no idea. I'm so sorry.
And that's the thing is, I feel like you always have good intentions too.
Always.
I know you
and
always
same for
do.
you, dude. Seriously.
So like, even if you did something that, like, if someone came to me and was like, Morgan did this, da 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 da, I would, because of my knowing you, I would be like, yeah, okay, but like, why did she do that?
Right.
And it's not, and
that doesn't sound like her.
Even for that. Even with that can get me in trouble with people because people think I'm not validating their feelings about what you did to them. And that's annoying because I'm like, but listen, not everyone's out to get you. Okay?
Yeah, that's all there is to it. I think a lot of people it behoove them to know about that.
Some people just thrive in victim mentalities.
Agreed.
And that's the truth. And I'm a problem solver and I love to help people. And I love to help, I love to help anyone just in general. And so the second I start like trying to help, trying to be like, well, maybe this was what's happening. Maybe it wasn't that bad. They're like, you're starting to discredit my experience. And I'm like, no, I just don't think that it's that deep. And I also, because I know the both of you, think maybe you should just talk to them. Maybe you should just talk to them.
Dude, that's the thing that I've been learning in life lately is that literally nothing is that deep, and it's important to acknowledge that. That's significant.
Yeah.
All right, so one more question, perhaps?
One more question?
What famous person do you want to be best friends with?
This is so hard.
Can it be an alive person or a dead person?
We'll go with live.
Let's go only alive. Let's
only
do one
alive.
singer, one actor.
Beautiful. I like that. Yes.
Frick me, dude.
That's a great point.
It's fun.
Miss Marie, are you a sleepy kitty?
He's been hanging out here.
She said, I'm literally asleep. Shut the hell up. Love her. I really am, like, my ego is damaged that she didn't like me as much as I wanted her to. So now I have to, like, it's my mission to make that cat love me.
Existing.
I know, yeah.
I don't even think she loves me.
I don't think she likes anyone.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm
She's
just, like,
literally
iconic of her. Yeah, well, that makes me want
got
her
here
to like
too
me
late.
more.
Yeah,
And then as soon as she's done with you,
if she were here earlier, she would have been,
that.
because when they're so small, they're so dependent, and then that would have been a bond formed. But I think because she got here later, she's just kind of like, I have to just exist.
Yeah, she's like, why don't y'all just leave me alone?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
I want to see.
You know, singer, I think Selena Gomez, because
Love her.
she does a lot, but then also, like, I feel like we have a lot of things in common, but then also she has a cooking show. I love to eat. We would eat all the time. I think she's funny, and I also think that we just have similar. We have, like, a lot of common interests. I think that would, like, work well for us. And then Jennifer Lawrence is literally hilarious. She also is a food girl, and is, like, so real and, like, literally doesn't care about, like, appearances. Like, she's like, all of her interviews are always so. She's like, no, I'm gonna, like, I'm eating pizza, or like, I had to sit in my tent, and because my scene was so intense, I just watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, she's like, I'm upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's just, like, no filters type of person. I love that, and I also think she just seems fun.
I said Jessica Chastain because I know you really, like, idolize her a lot.
Yeah, I think she's amazing.
I think idolizing is different than wanting to be best friends with someone by a long shot.
I would love to be her friend, but I don't know if we would be best friends.
Yeah, that's a great point.
She's also in a different, like, I mean, I don't know. You can be best friends with anybody, regardless of what kind of, like, period in their life they're in.
True.
You know what I mean?
I knew that you liked Miley Cyrus a lot when you were younger, so I said that for singer.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It is what it is.
That's cutie.
What a game.
We have the very last question that I'm going to let you answer, because we know this question already, but we were already anticipating talking about it. And so I wanted, but Morgan has the best brain for this question.
I have the tea. So I don't know why we haven't done this sooner, but.
Let Brienne say the question out loud.
Yeah, please say our question.
Yeah, it's a formality. Where did we first meet? Be as specific as possible.
We first met at Jacob's house.
Yes, we did. Shout out to Jacob Whitesides and Abby Griffin.
The way that we have shouted out Jacob almost every episode from episode 6
notes?
onwards.
Did he ever give you notes?
No, Jacob, you're fake for
Hit
that.
Hit us up with your notes, please, Jacob.
So we met in, I think it was like October of 2020. And I was living with Jacob and Abby, and Dylan was there at the time, and Jacob had a new EP coming out, or an album, I can't remember which one it was, but Drew took Jacob's album cover. And Abby, being the phenomenal little PA that she is, came with. And I did not know any of this was happening, so I am literally in the kitchen making green beans.
Oh my gosh, you did.
And they are literally, like, using the whole house, like, trying to create this amazing shot, and I'm just, like, stir frying some green beans. And we bonded because I offered y'all green beans, and you really liked them. And I one thing about me, I'm gonna make a mean green bean.
The mean one.
And so from then we, I think we followed each other on socials. And then the next time we hung out, maybe was like at the party. I don't recall us. I like do not remember us getting close. I just remember we were close.
We
all
just
of a sudden.
Well, I just remember. This is what I remember. Now that you say that, I remember seeing you and being introduced to you. And then like periodically when we would come back, it would always be me and Drew going to the house. Periodically when we would come back, whether it would be for his little after party fun things that he would have for after show or like whatever. Or even just doing more art stuff. You were always obviously there because you lived there. And so I would it would be you and Abby talking on the couch, you guys like hanging out, and maybe like I remember getting some like tea from you one time, like when I was there. Yeah, you were like talking to Abby about something, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and you kind of like were like, so okay, yeah, like this is kind of what's happening. And this is, and almost like, oh no, yeah, that's totally messed up. Like, whatever.
Yeah, Abby's a good person to spill tea too. She always knows what's up.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but I just remember that, and then I remember eating the green bean, and I loved the green bean.
One.
Yeah, it was one.
I'm pretty sure I gave you like a tiny little bowl of them. And I remember that Abby Griffin liked them so much too. And she was like scraping the garlic from the bottom.
Yeah,
and then we, from that point, I think we were like chatting more. And I just remember for whatever reason having this idea for this podcast from like July of 2020 and then being like, I'm not the type to do it alone. I need a co-host. And then out of the blue one day, and I said this the first episode, I was in Pigeon Forge and I was sitting on a dock and I was like,
the bay.
Abby Glover.
Oh.
Abby Glover. And
That's
I texted
cute.
you and I was sitting on that dock when I was texting you and you were like, no, perfect, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we have a show.
I was like, no, for sure.
We have a show, ladies.
And I thought it was, I think it was funny too because we, at that point in our like friendship, hadn't really like ever just intentionally sat down me and you to chit chat, you know? And so I was like, you know what? It could be fun to be like kind of an exploration of friendship and kind of document our progress.
We sure did.
But then it took us a year to get it done. So we ended up getting close before we even started filming.
We've known each other 2 years, over 2 years now. Because,
that's crazy.
Because I was doing the math and I was like, wait, I asked you to do
actually hung out.
I asked you to do
much.
a pod the same time that I met you. There's no way. I met you in like October 2020, October 2021. Okay, this is weird. October 2021, I asked you to do the pod. October 2022, we launched the pod. That's weird. Come on, October, period.
The month of fun.
The month of fun.
Yeah.
That's our story.
So that's our story.
Been friends since.
And we have. And yeah. That's basically the 411
As
in
always,
the situation. And
yeah, shout out to Uncle Bob, shout out to Grace, shout out to Mark.
Yes. And thank you to Brienne for being our host
and
for our game.
Big shout out to our the host of our newlywed game, Brienne.
Our newlywed game.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas. Nope.
Happy Christmas season happening.
Time.
Holidays.
Hope your Thanksgiving was great, and I hope that your family was fun.
And if they weren't, kill them.
We still got Christmas to go, and then New Year's you can do it by yourself.
There you go. Cool. We did it.